The Combat Achievement Diary, a testament to a player's problem-solving, spatial reasoning, and overall skill in old-school RuneScape. My goal is to complete the diary in the lowest in-game time. This is the Helm any% speedrun, starring GM to GMs. Welcome back to episode 2. Before we get started, I'd like to give a big thank you to those of you who supported this series by checking it out. This is my first project with YouTube, and to see my subscriber count increase 8-fold since the first episode is quite overwhelming in my eyes. Something I'd like to address as well, since a few of you asked, is why was I at the fishing trawler, and why exactly did I need the full angler set? It's because Jagex was playing practical jokes on their players when they made the combat achievements and put this task on the hard tier. The full angler set is required for one task, not to mention it's for a skilling boss. Moving forward, I'll try better to remember the small details in my route so no one's left out of the loop. Now with all that squared away, let's get into the goals of today's video. The Grandmaster Combat Diary has many requirements that you wouldn't initially think of. To keep things simple, we can look at the requirements for big quests such as Dragon Slayer 2 and Song of the Elves. Most stat requirements are either 70 or close to it, so just remember the magic number for this series is 70. I want to knock out some of the easy skills with this requirement and also unlock birdhouses, being my hunter training method, and I'm sure you Ironmen love birdhouses. But before we can complete Bon Voyage, the quest that unlocks birdhouses, we need to do even more quests. There is a fair bit of multi-questing that goes on behind the scenes, and I'll showcase it sometimes, but for the sake of everyone's attention span, I'll just keep it Witch's House, Dwarf Cannon Hits Big, Tree Gnome Village, Waterfall Quest, Fishing Contest, I am making darts while I quest, look at me go, Fight Arena Quest, I am now stealing cakes while making darts. I ran out of darts so I attacked this guy for 21 magic. I can now cast Loc Alchemy and train magic on the go. I got the Thieving EXP I wanted for later, now it's time for every Deadman mode player's favorite quest of all time. Tourist Trap. My real goal of this series is to only do one lap of agility, so all splashable EXP, agility. Did I mention how awesome the cannon is? The Grand Tree, Merlin's Crystal. Here's a neat little trick, but don't tell Jagex. If you equip the Excalibur after you cast a spell to kill this guy, it counts. That's our little secret. It's been like this since RS2 came out in April 2004. Holy Grail. Next we're doing Client of Korend, but I'm making a pit stop. I need to grab 5% Shazian favor first. Now we set up our cannon and kill these lizard guys. That took way less time than I expected. That's the Xeric's Talisman, but I don't have 25 range, which I was expecting to get during this grind. So I'm going to arbitrarily leave my cannon here for the citizens of Korend to look after. Surely they don't mind too much. Client of Korend done. I moved the cannon to the fishing town since I'm doing this region's quest now, which is Queen of Thieves. That's Biohazard done, and this is why I wanted 25 ranged, so I could save a little bit of time and unlock Underground Pass right away. With the thieving experience from those quests, I can now steal from the fruit stalls. That's what I'd like to say, but Jagex thinks favor is a good mechanic. So that's the plows for 5%, and a bunch of fertilizer for 90%. Now we train both magic and thieving. And with the EXP I wanted before doing the feud quest later, I stopped by my old stomping grounds, Varrock. I'm not lighting any fires here today, but just my presence alone strikes fear into the citizens of this once peaceful town. Gertrude's Cat. Some miscellaneous training for the last few quests I need to complete today, giving us 30 cooking and 10 herblore. The Dig Site quest. Demon Slayer quest. And with those last two quests and a few chores at the museum, I'll be put at just above 100 kudos, which is the main requirement for the Bon Voyage quest. I only needed 5 quests that offer kudos in order to start the Bon Voyage quest, and the quests highlighted in green are the ones I completed. So first things first, we need to clean finds for 5 displays and a ruby necklace. Thankfully, the ruby necklace did not take us too long. We take this quiz that Runelight does for us, cop the easy experience, talk to the historian, and presto, we are now 103 kudos. It's time for the biggest quest I've done on this account to date, Bon Voyage. Let's go set up our birdhouses. I am so excited, you have no idea. That's the first batch setup, and here's where some rest and relaxation occurs. We're going to train a bunch of bank standing skills while we wait for our birdhouses. The first hour gives us 58 herb lore, and we're off to collect our well-deserved hunter experience. And that's the first birdhouse run done. 1 down, only 191 to go. Enjoy this nice little montage of skilling and birdhouse runs. I think we've earned a little quest break. Fun fact, did you know you could 3-tick this? Jungle Potion. Don't mind me, I'm just reading what the hit points skill does while I cross this bridge. Taiba One-Eye Trio, which unlocks our cooking method, burning more than half my carom wands all the way to 65 cooking. Last on my list of skills I'm training today is construction. In the early levels, it's a bit better to use these plants instead of regular planks. You don't have to worry about wasting time bending all the nails, and you get a small bit of farming experience on top of it. After the plants, we move on to oak planks, teak planks, hire a butler to do our bidding, a birdhouse run, mahogany planks, and that's enough construction to leave us just a little below 70 for the quests to clean up later. Birdhouse run. Last thing on today's agenda is the feud quest, which will unlock my thieving training method of blackjacking. And that's the feud completed. I'd say today was a huge success overall, with a skill total level of 943 and a playtime of 18 hours and 41 minutes. We're definitely making strides in the right direction. Thank you for watching today's installment of the Helm Any% Speedrun. But before you go, I'd like for you to hear a word from today's sponsor, Prison Joe.
Hey gamers, my gift subscription for a cold one. If you like a cold one and you like stream titles and game with video game, having a stream title killing the boss in the raid for drop to get the drop to X for more drop and to go on to another drop for with the game and the new YouTube series, follow a cold or subscribe cold one on YouTube. Thank you.